In this video, I'm going to show you how you can quickly get a customized debt payoff plan by simply inputting the basic information about each of your loans into Debt Payoff Planner. For the first part of this tutorial, we're only going to look at making minimum payments and seeing how long it takes to pay off all of the debts. After that, we'll look at some options on how to customize the payoff plan in order to become debt-free faster or accommodate your own personal financial situation. To start, I'm going to add my first loan on the debts page. The loan information can be found on your credit card billing statement or whatever loan statement you're using. So I'm going to add my first debt. It's an auto loan for my Toyota. The current balance is $35,000, so that's how much money it would take to pay the whole thing off. It's a 6% APR interest rate, and the minimum payment is $700, and the next payment due date is on the 15th. Click Save. And now I have my first debt added. So if I flip back to the home page, I can see that by making only minimum payments, it would take me 4 years and 9 months to pay off just this Toyota auto loan here. However, we're going to be adding 3 more loans because really what we want to see is the debt payoff for all of our debts, not just for one. Now that we have all of our loans entered, let's click on the home page in order to see our debt-free date. Looks like by making the minimum payments and then snowballing the minimum payments when we pay off each loan, we can be debt-free in 5 years. Let's switch to the plan page to see how we're going to accomplish that goal. Here's the step-by-step payoff plan. At the top, you can see a summary of the payoff plan, including when the next debt will be paid off, which is going to be in 1 year and 10 months. You can see that the total interest is going to be $22,990 if we don't make any extra payments, which we'll talk about in the next section. And the total of all 4 minimum payments is $1,400 per month here under the thing that says next 30 days. Now let's see what the plan's telling us to do. If we swipe over to the minimum and extra chart, we can see that the plan has us paying minimum payments until October of 2024. After we've paid off our first debt, we can snowball the minimum payment into paying off the next most important loan faster. If we scroll down, we can see this in the step-by-step payoff plan. So until October of 2024, we're making minimum payments. So this is for 22 or 23 months. Depending on which date it starts at, until the first loan gets paid off on October 10th of 2024, which is the knee surgery. At that point, we've freed up extra funds to pay off the next most important debt faster, which is the Discover card. The reason the plan is prioritizing the Discover card is that it has the highest APR, and our currently selected strategy prioritizes paying the highest APR loan first. We already have a debt payoff plan, and we know that if we follow this plan, we'll be debt-free in 5 years and 20 days. Now let's see what we can do to customize our plan to match our specific financial situation. The point of Debt Payoff Planner is to come up with a strategy to pay down debt faster, and the best way to do that is to add extra funding. So switching to the strategy page, you can see that the required minimum payments for the 4 debts is $1,400 a month. If we have extra money to go towards the debt, we can specify that as an extra recurring funding amount here on the strategy page. By clicking on the extra row, we can modify this amount. There's a handy little tool with a slider so we can quickly see the impact of various monthly payments. For example, let's see the impact of paying an extra $300. So if we have an extra $300 a month to put toward the debt, it'll accelerate the payoff by 1 year and 3 months and save almost $9,000 in interest. But what if we only have $60 per month? So $2 per day. That'll still accelerate our payoff by 3 months and save us $2,600 in interest for $2 a day. Small changes really add up when you're consistent and you're following the optimal debt payoff plan. So I'm going to set the $300 extra payment and save that. So we have the $1,400 plus the $300 extra funds beyond the minimum payments. So $1,700 a month we're going to be paying toward our debts. Flipping back to the payoff plan page again, we can see that the extra payment is being applied right away for the next 23 months in order to maximize our savings on interest. We will now be debt-free in 3 years and 9 months, as opposed to the 5 years if we were only making minimum payments. Going back to the strategy page, another way we can accelerate our payoff is with one-time fundings. So many of us get a tax refund. So let's add that. So tax refund, let's say $3,000. So we're going to apply toward paying off our debt. And let's say it shows up on April 30th. Flipping back to the plan page, we can see that our debt-free date is now down to 3 years and 6 months, 3 months faster than without the one-time payment. So you can also change how the app prioritizes how to apply extra payments. The debt avalanche method prioritizes the highest interest rate first, and that's the default because it saves you the most interest. The debt snowball prioritizes the lowest balance first, and it has the advantage of quick wins. The last option is to customize your priority. You can easily change these settings to see the effect on your plan and payoff date so you can make the best decision for your situation. If we scroll over, we can see that the debt snowball will have the first debt paid off in 5 months and 25 days compared to the avalanche of 1 year and 10 months. However, the debt snowball will save us $5,000 in interest compared to the debt avalanche, which can save us $5,800. So let's summarize what we've done here today with Debt Payoff Planner. First, we've added our debt information, which can be found in our billing statement for the various loans. We did that here on the debts page. Next, we added extra payments, both recurring and one-time, in order to accelerate the debt-free journey. Third, we looked at the pros and cons of different strategies, like the debt avalanche versus debt snowball. And now it's time for the fourth step. The next step is for you to add your loan info into Debt Payoff Planner and see when you'll be debt-free. It's really that simple. It's not easy, but it is that simple. Thanks for watching, and thanks for letting us be part of your journey to become debt-free.